What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Today's video is about twerking. Black women twerking. That's what this video is going to be about. Let me tell you why. Because y'all know I just made a video basically explaining my personal thoughts on these men who go on the internet bashing black women, you know, because they couldn't get the girl they wanted in high school, or because, you know, they soft and they weren't the ones that were picked. You know, they a little bitter, you know, revenge of the nerds type of situation. And now they got the internet. They got the internet now, so they bash, you know, they bash black women. And then, you know, it's profitable because, you know, of course the white people, you know, will encourage, you know, the African American men to bash African American women, right? And in that discussion in the comment section, of course, you know, hit dogs bark, hit dogs holler, right? And I knew they was gonna holler when I made the video. I knew that when I put that reel out there, put the bait on it, I knew I was gonna reel some in. And of course, hit dogs holler. They can't help it. They have to make a comment because it affected them. My video affected them, right? They had to say something because they believed I was talking to them specifically. If it don't apply, don't reply, right? But they reply because they can't help it, right? So one guy brought up something that he brought up because he couldn't like make an argument. He just brought up, he was trying to find something. You know how you can scour the internet and just look for anything to talk about anything, right? So he brought up that, oh, the black women, black African Americans, you know, twerking, you know, at funerals and this and that, right? Just trying to find a reason to cut down black women, right? And here's the problem that we have in America as African Americans. Our sense of morality comes from the white person. Our sense of morality and what's right and wrong and what's appropriate and what's respectful and not respectful comes from white people, which is funny how it is that we just take everything they do and we just make that the gold standard, don't we? Well, let's talk about twerking, right? Twerking might be about the most African thing that a person can do, right? The most African thing that a black woman can possibly do. Twerking is integral to the culture of African people. African people twerk. We twerk, ass shaking, booty clapping. That's what we do. And you see, somebody somewhere along the line told us that was wrong and degenerate and disrespectful, right? Somebody told, I don't know who told us that, but somebody convinced us that the thing that we do automatically, everywhere, anytime, all the time, is something derogatory and disrespectful, and should never be done in any respectable environment or place, right? That's what somebody told us, right? So we just run along with it, right? Because most African Americans, well, I'm not gonna say most, because we are learning now, but a huge majority of African Americans have no idea what it is to be black, what it is to be really African, what it is to be unapologetically African, what it is to know about your African culture, to know about your African people, to know about those things. That's why history is important, because if you knew your history, you wouldn't feel like you need to defend your community when you see a black woman twerking at a funeral, right? And if you knew your history and you knew how the world works, you will understand that other people do exactly the same thing, and you don't see a man going out there bashing them about their cultural practices, okay? So this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do for you guys, right? I made a video, and I'm gonna show you how African twerking is. Because guess what? Twerking at a funeral, it's not exactly a disrespectful thing. Twerking has a meaning. Shaking your ass has a meaning. It can be defiant, it's celebrating, right? There's a meaning behind shaking your bum, all right? Because we as creatures of nature, we actually follow the rules. Look at all these, look at peacocks, huh? They put their big ass they put their ass in the air. They got feathers and shiny shit, right? Look at birds, they shake their ass. Shit, did you know gorillas shake their ass too? They twerk. Female gorillas, did you know female gorillas twerk when they hot and ready to go? I'm not comparing us to gorillas, right? Even though they are our cousins, we do share like 98% DNA as a human race altogether. But that's neither here nor there. But twerking is something that we do at funerals, traditionally. Twerking is something that we do at weddings, traditionally. Twerking is something that we do. There is a group of, I couldn't find a video, but there is a group of people who is the twerking, right? Which is, first of all, African women, when they twerk, it makes our women twerking look like amateur hour, right? They got moves they got twerking moves that's like in advanced settings, like totally advanced setting. Like you need to like, that shit's next level. I'm like, goddamn, right? And they got the original ass. They don't even need all that extra shit. They got original, freaking, what do you call it? What is it? Fresh. It's not fake. It's real. All right. But anyway, they got people who twerk, and it's a virgin dance. Like it's for virgins. Like virgin people, it's like a thing where virgin people twerk and they dance for like, yeah guys, I had to actually move out the way because my black brothers over here skateboarding, they was recording. I had to get out the way because they was using that little thing there to do their moves and their recording and stuff. It's pretty cool, right? So basically there's a group of people in Africa, it's like a virgin dance where they twerk. Like we twerk everywhere. Have you ever seen a West African funeral? We don't even celebrate the life of a passing loved one the same way as white people. White people, they got their own way of doing it, and we got our own way of doing it. And our way of doing it is dancing and twerking and shaking and moving and gyrating to celebrate the life. That's what we do. Remember, dancing is about connecting to the rhythm, connecting to the rhythm force, connecting to the vibration. There's a meaning behind that. We don't just dance for fun. There's a reason why you're attracted to it. There's a reason why you like it. There's a reason why us African people, the original people, do the thing called twerking. And it wasn't called twerking at first, right? They got all sorts of names. Twerking is just the latest, name for it, right? But popular Western culture idolizing twerking, yet want to demonize twerking because it comes from us. They're always demonizing things that come from us while also admiring it and trying to do it at the same time. But anyway, without further ado, I'm just gonna go ahead and slap these receipts on here so you can see that even though those ladies dancing at the gate or the point of no return, which could be seen as a dance of defiance that we're back. Look, our ancestors, we made it back and we're going to twerking to celebrate our return, which it could be interpreted that way. I'm not sure that's why they did it, but the spirit seemed like they wanted to twerk, then that's what they did, right? But all these westernized African Americans and people who are embarrassed because they don't know their history, they don't know that probably was appropriate. I didn't see any African people really tripping because they twerk everywhere for every reason, for anything. So without further ado, it's Afro Think Tank, learn something, teach something. Rolling the clip.
Did you know twerking originated in the Ivory Coast of West Africa? It's called the Mapuka dance. The Mapuka dance was performed at weddings and gatherings. This rump shaking has been around for centuries as a part of West African culture. Did you know?
You know it?
Sorry?
You know it like this?
No, what is it?
You know like this, dance like this?
No, I know.
Why?
I don't know. I don't.
Come on! contenta.
Que me conviene, es que ella tiene algo sensual que me hipnotiza, que sin quererlo todo me lo paraliza. Vete mamita que te quiero complacer, disfrutando plenamente de lo que quieras hacer. Ella quiere, voy a darle, suavecito, y de nuevo, ella quiere más, yo le doy más. Mamita que te quiero complacer, disfrutando plenamente de lo que quieras hacer. Ella quiere,